Y'all, so I'm so excited because I just found out, not that I just found out, but it got confirmed that Bow Wow and Soulja Boy was gonna do a versus. And when they was talking about when they was talking about Romeo and Bow Wow, I was just looking like, y'all ever saw that y'all know who Super is? Super Scent. First thing I thought about was that Super Scent video where she was like talking to her ex and she was like, how you gonna pick Leah up, Lewis? And I'm just looking at Romeo like,
what car seat you gonna have to put her in, Lewis?
what songs you gonna play, Romeo? What hits you got, Romeo? Like, what? Like, Romeo, what features do you have, Romeo? Like, much love to Romeo. Like, I feel like he is definitely, like, he a hottie, you get what I'm saying? But this is not the battle for him. Like, he was like, yeah, we gotta do it for the culture. And it's just like, what culture, Romeo? Like, somebody say you better go against Lil Zane. But even Lil Zane has something that was like Lil Zane has a little bit more of a rap sheet than Romeo had. He had like one song, I think it was like, shorty, I don't need a girlfriend. And then he had that album. And I remember listening to that album as a kid, and it was like, it was a bunch of, I don't know how to explain it, but basically, like, you know how Sweetie does? What is that called when you have a bunch of like he had a bunch of remakes on his album? Like, it was, no. Like, no. Bow Wow is our generation. Bow Wow is like, almost every black girl, like, loved Bow Wow. You get what I'm saying? Like, Bow Wow was, y'all, like, legendary in his time. Like, to the point where, like, because back then, you had to, like, go to on 106 in Park and, like, vote for Bow Wow. Like, literally, they had to retire his video because it kept being #1.
I was the greatest little artist. Got a lot of charisma, spunk. You know what I'm saying? He remind me of like a little me or like a little JD. He got,
like, that's how legendary he is. You cannot go up against somebody like that and you don't even have a status or a rap sheet like that. It's not even no what is it called? It's not even no shade against him. It's just like, you can't. Romeo, what? Like, that was really mind-boggling for me to be like, oh, we want to do it for the culture. And then he put that message out and people was like showing him love, like, yeah, I love how he did this. Like, girl, what? Yeah, see, y'all wasn't around at that time, because y'all would be looking at it like, what is he gonna play? Like, no. I think that he does well. I think he's a good rapper, and I think he just does well with like the acting and stuff like that. But child, when it comes to to this, don't play with my childhood, honey. Like, no, you got B2K. And then I was thinking, I was like, unless it was like Bow Wow versus everybody, like bring out B2K, bring out Sammy, like Bow Wow versus everybody, because that's literally what it was. But I had tweeted not too long ago, and I was like, the only person that could stand up to Bow Wow is Soulja Boy. Like, I think that a lot of people was like, yeah, but that's our childhood versus our teenage years, because Soulja Boy kind of came out when I was like 14, 15. So, but it's still a matchup because Bow Wow was still out. He was still relevant during then, but he started to fade away, I want to say, once Soulja Boy kind of came onto the scene. Once they made that Marco Polo, he started to fade away. But I think that that's going to be the perfect matchup. It's perfect, like our childhood versus our teenage years. You get what I'm saying? And I think both Bow Wow and Soulja Boy have good rap sheets in. I remember my cousin was like, no, like, Bow Wow gonna scrape Soulja Boy, and it's like, Switch says no, like, no, like, they could really go against each other. Like, come on, Puppy Love, Soulja Girl. Then you got, what is it, Booty Got Swag, and then you could put that up against, I don't know, Let's Get Down. Like, you know, like, it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for that battle. I think it's gonna be a good battle. And then they're both like full of themselves, so it's gonna just make it even more interesting, even more funny. Like, Bow Wow already talking about the antics, you know, Soulja Boy down with it. But one thing that I could say about Soulja Boy that people don't talk about, like, he really did start that era of like online, you know what I mean? Like, like, MySpace was his thing. He was the first artist to really blow up on YouTube. Like, literally the first artist. Like, he took He's the one who like started all that. It's crazy. Like when he said he started that, I'm looking at him like, yeah, no. But even to this day, like he has a relevant song, like She Make It Clap, Clap, Clap. Like we're not really listening to it, but it's major on TikTok. So he was able to still stay relevant even to this day, and I think that's dope. Like even when you think about it, like one of Nicki's hottest songs, like he said was produced by him. So one thing about Soulja Boy, I feel like he know how to make a bag. Like I feel like if he handling his money right, his pockets is probably good. I feel like a lot of people are gonna tune in. Black Twitter are gonna be lit. I feel like it's not gonna get that many views though. I feel like you guys think it's gonna get up to 500,000. Probably, yeah, because you had a lot of young girls who literally are like my age now. I would say like, what age is it? Probably like 25 and up, right? Who was like loving Bow Wow. Wouldn't it be 25 and up, or is it older than that? Oh, it's older than that for Bow Wow. Maybe like a good 33. Like we old now. Like what? That's crazy. The best thing I love about our generation, the people that are like 27 to like 33, I guess you could say, or 25 to like 33, we got to experience both worlds. Like the 90s babies got to experience the world of no technology and bridging into technology. Like that's the best part. I feel like we're really well rounded. Like we were that first generation to usher in on social media. Like, you know what I mean? I miss old social media. Like old social media is the best. But I did want to talk about, I did want to have this conversation, you guys. Like I feel like the younger kids today, like we had Bow Wow, we had Sammy, like we had those young groups. I think the last young group to kind of like make a staple was I Gotta See Her, travel all across the world just to meet her, something like that. I don't know, but to me they wasn't hot. Like when I was young, when we was younger, when we was teenagers, like we had teenage music. You get what I'm saying? Like now today they don't have teenage music. Like who's out now that is young? Like y'all Bow Wow started at like what, 10? Like he was like 10 years old. So like the kids had something to listen to. Like you get what I'm saying? Instead of these grown love songs, like we had Puppy Love. We wasn't focused on the older crowd of music. I mean, we was listening to them, but we wasn't really focused on them because we had our own music. You get what I'm saying? Even at the time when Destiny Child was younger, like we always had our own music. Like we had, I think they used to have the Word Up Edition teen magazine, if I'm not mistaken. We had B5, like coming up, like we had those young groups, you know what I mean? And now it's like, you don't have that. Like the kids are listening to City Girls and Doja Cat. Like I'm not saying we wasn't listening to Jay-Z and them, because we was, but not as heavy as we was on Bow Wow and stuff like that. Like especially for like the young girls. I feel like the guys, they tend to go towards the more like adult music, I guess you could say. But for the young girls, like the boy groups, the young boy groups was really what was popping. I know they have like the K-pop now, but I just feel like there's no young kid stars. Like nobody is putting out young kid stars. I think they had that little girl who was like 4 who was rapping, but she really didn't make a staple. You get what I'm saying? Like Bow Wow was so relevant to the point where he was on TV shows. We was waiting. Like I remember when he was going to premiere on Moesha and Steve Harvey, and I waited to watch that episode. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like, I mean, I guess Netflix probably got some dope teenage TV shows, because I think All American is a teenage TV show, and that's actually pretty good. But I just feel like we had networks, we had merch, we just had those things. Like it's like today, it's like that don't even exist. So it's gonna be fun to just have that nostalgic moment, because even when I had to go to the, what was it, the Scream Tour with B2K. Like what, girl, I had such a good time. It was so nostalgic. It's so crazy because I was like, yo, I always wanted to go to a Scream Tour as a kid, and I finally got to go. But yeah, I think this verse is gonna be good. I hope the stage and the set is dope. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Like, I really am. And we don't want to hear none of y'all new stuff. We don't want to hear no new stuff. Like, we want to just hear the old stuff. I feel like Soulja Boy gonna save Crank That for the end, but he really don't have to, because he really got one of my other songs was Hop Up Out the Bed, Turn My Swag On, Take a look in the mirror, say what's up. Yeah, I'm getting money on, turn my swag on, and that's time I turn it up. And then what was that other song, bruh? What was it? Oh, the song with is it Let Me Hold You Down? Or did I say that one already? Yo, Bow Wow really worked with some dope people. Escape, Jagged Edge. Like, what? I'm under 21 with a black car. Man, he was legendary. Like, they used to really have to retire his videos on 106 in Park. That's crazy. Like, that's like, how they retiring your videos on 106 in Park because you keep getting so many views. Mr. 106 in Park is back. Holla, I do it like no other and attract more families than Ringling Brothers. Yo, somebody said you get older and you realize Bow Wow's actually spitting. That's a fire verse. Cause Ringling Brothers at the circus, go off. Guys, I love this waiver. It's so nice. But yeah, guys, this is definitely, I love verses. I love the brand verses. I love the idea of verses. Like, I just feel like it's so dope to acknowledge people who have been in this game for a while that have done really great things. The Escape verses, if you watched it or if you even, you know, knew about Escape, it was so dope. I gotta watch the Redman and Method Man one because that one was really good. I want to make some videos on verses that I think should definitely take place. Y'all let me know if y'all be interested in that content, because I want to talk about Joe versus Tyrese. I just feel like that needs to happen. Busta versus Missy. I really wish that Mary has somebody who could go against her, but I feel like she don't have anybody. What y'all feel about Mary? Do y'all, I don't know if y'all listen to Mary and Tony, but I kind of feel like Tony could stand up to Mary a little bit. I know y'all probably gonna say no, but I kind of do. She got enough songs and Mary got enough songs. But yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to come and talk to you guys about. And I just want to know, like, how y'all feel about that. Like, the fact that, like, our generation, like, this generation literally does not have any teen music. Like, no teen music. I don't know if they have teen shows. I know they have some stuff on Netflix, but that's about it. This looks so good. My hair came out super cute. I just put the quick waves in it. I love it. All right, guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and give me some video ideas down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.